Hey YouTube, this is a somewhat video response into how to be a production assistant. But it's not really a response because that guy was talking about television and I'll be talking about film. But I still think that there are certain things that may overlap and may apply to both worlds. Um, the very most, probably the most important thing about being a production assistant is understanding that you're a part of production. And the reason that you are there is to make sure that all the other departments, the makeup department, the wardrobe department, the camera department, which is like, the heart almost, what director's going to be, the transportation, the teamsters, um, knowing who they are, what they do, and just how to get in contact with them. It's just very important to understand that everything has to gel, and you're there to make sure that everyone has what they need. You're the person, one of the people that fills in the cracks. You work directly underneath the ADs, so you're basically a smaller version of an AD or assistant director. So it's very important to know names, know who the heads of the departments are, and their names, their correct names. They'll appreciate that, and I cannot underestimate how important it is for you to know these people's names when you're called to look for them, or just to say hello, so they know you, because you probably don't want to be a PA forever, and depending on what department you want to move into, it's probably good that you learn, from them, that you hang around that department when you can. Um, Having said that, one of the second most important things is to listen. And if you're on a big set, or even smaller sets, you'll probably have a walkie-talkie and a headset. And the PAs, the ADs, basically run the headsets. Um, the different departments, if they have their own channel, like camera, electric, grip, visual effects, and special effects, they'll have their own channel. Um, channel 1 is usually the production channel for everyone. And then you'll move to channel 2 for other side conversations, or 6, 7, 8, 9 for the electric, grip, etc., etc. And you should be able to find people. But yeah, so it's important for you to listen on your walkie-talkies. And speaking of walkie-talkies, I'm gonna show you this one. Usually, when you get on there as a PA, you'll probably get like the worst headsets, if there are headsets. Um, but if you don't want to wear the Burger King type headsets, I recommend that you go and get a something like this. Like, this is more of like a this is what the security agents kind of wear. They kind of wrap around your ear. You see this piece that goes in your ear, and sometimes they'll pass these out depending on what show you're on. But and they'll give you a little piece of alcohol to swab this with. But you don't want to really put that in your ear necessarily from someone else's ear. It's kind of yeah, I don't like that. So get yourself one of these. You can go to like the Planet Headset, planetheadset.com, and get you one of these nice ones. And they have a little push to talk things. Oh, and when you do that, when you do this, don't make sure you push it down, speak, and then let go. Don't start talking before you push this down or in mid whatever, because you'll cut yourself off and you're cutting off communication. And a PA's job is all about communication. That's your job. Know where people are, how to find them. If someone says, I'm looking for, John, you should be able to find John. Or say looking. If you don't know where John is, just say looking and start looking for him. It's important for you to respond to whoever is looking for it, so they know that it's happening. So they don't feel left out, they don't feel like they're being ignored, and things are moving forward. So it's really important for you to do that. So this walkie-talkie is a tool of the trade. Another tool of the trade that you want to have is pins. You want to have pins for people that might need them. Sharpies are always good to have. and maybe a good like a tool, like a multi-tool, because for those random things that you don't know. Because a PA's job is definitely one of the random things on a set. Very, very, very random. You could be doing anything. And the more skilled you are in something, the better. So if you have a particular skill that another PA doesn't have, you'll be more useful. Um, but you have to also take into account that some some people might have abilities that you don't have. It can be anything. It doesn't matter what that thing is. I don't really want to pick one necessarily, but play to your strengths. Whatever you're good at, do that, and you should be all right. You should move ahead. Be responsive. Know people's names, and you'll be good. Oh, before I forget, another thing about this headset is that if you get water in it, if somehow water gets in this little part right here, you can be really muffled and not be able to hear, and then you'll be in trouble when someone's calling for you. So what you have to do is remove this part, it twists off, take this part off, the little piece, and you want to blow through here to push the air out the tip, and that will clear your your headset. That happened to me, and someone told me that saved my life. Saved my life. But walkie-talkies and pens are basically tools. The headset, oh, comfortable shoes. If you're on set for like 12 hours, 13 hours, 14 hours, 15 hours, 16 hours, which is probably, if you're in a movie, what you're thinking about, what you're talking about, then you have to have very, very comfortable shoes that you can do that in. And they don't like you. It's weird, but a lot of productions don't like you, a production assistant, to sit down. So you'll have your chances to sit, but they don't like to see it because they seem like they feel like you're not doing something. If you have no idea what to do, just follow the ADs around. Just, I mean, don't be like, up their nose, but just go be by them. Be by uh, Video Village, which is where video playback is, where the sound guy, his cart's gonna be, where director's chairs, cast chairs, that little area, Video Village, that's where the heart of the production is gonna be, at one time or another, moving from one place to another. And you can go there and just listen in because the movie's always going on. Nothing's ever stopping. So just because the grips aren't working and it's only the AD's director and the cinematographer talking, it doesn't mean that you can just kind of twiddle your thumbs or whatever, and that'd be all right. I mean, maybe it is all right, but if you want to move ahead, you should know what's going on. And staying in the heart of production is very important. Um, know the layout of the place. Know where base camp is, which is where all the working trucks are going to be. Um, Usually where catering is, where the cast trailers are going to be, where the production office honey wagon is going to be, the moving production office if you're on location, and know where that is, know where a set is, and be able to provide that information to whoever asks. Because your job is to make sure that the production runs smoothly. That's your job. You're a facilitator. You're not in camera. You're not there to load film. You're there to make sure that everyone has what they need. I mean, in a particular department, they'll worry about their needs, their lighting, and all that kind of stuff. But just make sure that they have the information they need to do their job, and anything extra on top of that, maybe a pen, that you have that, or know how to find somebody. And batteries. Always carry 2 batteries on you. You may not have that opportunity, but the walkie-talkie batteries, they'll go out, and you have to be there to have one. So always keep your batteries up, listen, and keep your lockups. If they call for a lockup and they say quiet on the set, don't let anybody through. Don't let anybody talk. Just keep it quiet. This is just the basics of being a production assistant. This is the call sheet. This is what a call sheet looks like. I don't really want to show you too much information because I can't show you this particular movie. But this is like a second unit call sheet right here. And on the front, you have like what's happening during the day. You have the cast list. You got the scenes you're gonna shoot, and an advanced. Sometimes you have advanced schedule at the bottom, and also the channels that people on. Like on this one, productions on channel 1. That's the basic general channel for everybody. Overflow is channel 2. That's it. Once you go to 1, if you have a long conversation, you don't have that conversation on channel 1. You say, let's take it to channel 2. So overflow is on channel 2. Transpo, transportation, the Teamsters on channel 3. Props is on channel. They're on 1 on this one. Cameras on 6. Electrics on 8. Security guards is on 12. Visual effects on 13. Special effects 15, and stunts on 16. They have their own channel because they have their own things to talk about. Lots of people doing their own things, and they need that time, that space. This cost you on the back. You have all the names and their call times. But this will help you learn people's names as far as what their position is on a set. And that's basically it. That's basically how to be a PA, how to be a production assistant, how to, get by. Most important, if you remember anything, listen on the walkies, do what people need to do, and always respond. Looking, you hear your name, say, go for, William. Go for whoever. They say, I'm looking for, if they say, I need to find Dan, you say, looking for Dan. Stand by. You know, just be responsive, use common sense, and you should be alright. So there we go. How to be a production assistant. Good luck. If you don't get a job at first, or it takes a little while, don't worry about it. Just keep working hard. If someone gets ahead of you for whatever reason, just roll with the punches, and just know that your chance will come. Because eventually your chance will come. And what are you going to do with it?